What is up, people of the CW, or should I say Arrowverse? Yeah, well, some of you are going to slaughter me now because I said CW, but okay, let's move on. Got some news today, interesting news regarding David Ramsey's Diggle. And of course, things have been left off very, very interesting with Diggle's character because we were teased with the most very interesting tease at the end of Arrow Season 8 in the finale, because when a little meteorite kind of crashed, Diggle opened a box with a little glowing green light. And what did that little glowing green light present? A Green Lantern ring. So a lot of people have been wondering ever since Diggle's moved to Metropolis, and even though Arrow has ended, so that was his series regular character kind of over, would we be seeing him again in some capacity as the Green Lantern, you know, the Arrowverse's Green Lantern. So David Ramsey is returning, guys. This is the main news, but I will also be touching upon the Flash Season 7 news in terms of delays and other little tidbits for episode titles and whatnot. But before we get into that, as I said, he's coming back to direct multiple episodes of the Arrowverse, but also appear in them as John Diggle, but not only John Diggle, a mystery character, and I definitely want to know your input down in the comments as to what they mean by that. So both news updates today are from Deadline. They are exclusives, I believe. So David Ramsey will be busy both behind and in front of the camera for the CW. Ramsey, who most recently starred in Arrow as John Diggle / Spartan, will return to direct 5 episodes in the DC Universe, including the new series Superman and Lois and Supergirl. Additionally, Ramsey will guest star in 5 episodes across the Arrowverse, returning as fan favorite John Diggle in Superman and Lois, Supergirl, The Flash, and Batwoman, along with a mystery role in DC's Legends of Tomorrow that is being kept under wraps. The article goes on to say, in the series finale of Arrow, Ramsey's John Diggle moved to Metropolis after finding an emerald ring, presumably the power ring worn by Green Lantern in the pages of DC Comics. There has been speculation that Diggle might return at some point as Green Lantern, so stay tuned. David Ramsey himself says, "I remain in awe of the imprint these shows have had on television, and I've been blessed for the better part of a decade to be a part of them both in front of and behind the camera. To say I'm excited beyond belief to return to the Berlantiverse would be an understatement. I can't wait to continue telling these stories." So that is very, very interesting, and am I excited? So what is my first reaction to this? I'm definitely looking forward to see where it goes, and I've got a lot of thoughts about this because the way they've worded it, the way that David Ramsey is returning to not only direct some episodes but also be in multiple shows, but also not only as John Diggle, but they also say a mystery character that is being kept under wraps. Like, what? This is where it confuses me a tad, because not only is he appearing as John Diggle in Superman and Lois, Supergirl, The Flash, and Batwoman, in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, we have Diggle in a mystery role. Why wouldn't he just be John Diggle again? So this is where I'm thinking, well, would he be Green Lantern, or would he be introduced as Green Lantern in DC's Legends of Tomorrow? Are the other episodes he's appearing in not with him as a Green Lantern? Like, had he not put on the ring? Is it not working? And by the time he gets to the Legends episode, is that where they figure out what it is and what it means, and that's why he equips it and is able to equip it, and that's how he becomes Green Lantern? I don't know. Anyone's speculation at this point is probably fair game, so I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Also, how will his appearances be working in the shows? Like, will it be randomly across Batwoman, Superman and Lois, Legends, The Flash, or will it be kind of one somewhat cohesive storyline, like one big Diggle crossover? Like, the crossovers are like one episode of each of the shows. Maybe that's how Diggle could be appearing on each show week after week after week. However, I don't know. I doubt that. So either way, we're getting Diggle multiple times, and this is interesting as well because this must have been what David Ramsey was talking about coming out fairly soon. There was like an Instagram video and stuff of him just teasing there is more to come, and this must be it. And I think it definitely points to Green Lantern, because you would have to think after Arrow Season 8's finale, once he opened that box, there's a green glow. Like, what? He just didn't put on the ring? What, he just kind of put it down in the box and sold it to a pawn shop? I don't think so. So this is what my question factors into in terms of if he's appearing, not only appearing on DC's Legends of Tomorrow as that mystery role, yet he's appearing as John Diggle in Superman and Lois, The Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman. Will he be sporting that Green Lantern ring in Superman, Lois, Supergirl, The Flash, and Batwoman? I just don't know why he wouldn't be, but at the same time, the wording from that Deadline article with the final line of being along with a mystery role in DC's Legends of Tomorrow that is being kept under wraps just makes me think that they might reserve it for some reason until then. But story-wise, I don't know why you wouldn't have just put on the ring, so let me know your thoughts. Overall, it's just very interesting to think about a future Diggle now where he's actually wearing the ring. Like, we're actually going to be getting scenes of John Diggle after he found that ring in the Arrow Season 8 finale. So it's just like, we have to assume, like, why wouldn't he have used it? So it's going to be quite interesting to see how he plays throughout the Arrowverse after this. I'm assuming this means he has a little bit of a cushy spot for future crossovers, maybe one at that Justice League table, considering freaking 3/4 of the members have just disappeared into atoms now. And, you know, this isn't the only news I wanted to talk about today, though, guys. So that's mainly it for the Diggle stuff, but we've got some Flash stuff. We've got some interesting Flash stuff, and it's kind of a little bit sad to hear about because, as we know, the Flash has been filming fairly successfully now for a couple of months into Season 7, and, you know, it's not exactly been easy for them since COVID hit, considering everyone has been hit by that, and it's caused all kinds of production issues. I'm sure you don't need me to explain the kind of issues that COVID presents for TV shows. So Deadline once again reveals an exclusive of that The Flash pauses production after positive COVID-19 test. So let's get into that one. So a team member working on the CW series The Flash in Vancouver has tested positive for COVID-19, Deadline has learned. The asymptomatic diagnosis was confirmed through the rigorous testing protocols implemented by the Flash studio, Warner Brothers TV, for all of its production employees. Out of an abundance of caution, production on The Flash has been temporarily suspended and contact tracing has been initiated. According to sources, the studio is currently evaluating adjustments to the production schedule in order to resume filming without the affected employee and potential close contacts who are self-isolating. So asymptomatic is the thing here, and that's always one of the worst situations I feel you could have with somebody having COVID. I mean, obviously you don't want that anyway, but asymptomatic means they could honestly go to work with literally next to no symptoms and not even think that they're about to literally give that virus to everyone and potentially shut down the production for everyone. Like, it's really bad because you don't know how many people you're infecting, you don't know that you have it yourself, so you're not at fault there. You could come into contact with so many people who could breathe in those little freaking droplets. You get the idea, and how it's no one's fault when it comes to being asymptomatic unless you get a test on the off chance, and that seems to be how this person did get the test. And fair enough to Warner Brothers TV and all of the production protocols it has in place for making sure that everybody is, you know, COVID-free through, as it says here, their rigorous testing protocols. I mean, this guy or this girl was asymptomatic after all, so it means that, you know, because of their extra, you know, careful means, they were able to avoid this becoming much, much worse. Now, it's interesting as well that they're going to try and do that thing where they resume filming just without that affected employee and those who are potentially close to them. So if the Flash is careful, it should be okay, especially as they are filming without those people who are at risk. And in some other news as well, we do have the first 5 episode titles from Season 7 of The Flash. So Season 7, Episode 1 is titled All's Well That Ends Well. Episode 2 is The Speed of Thought. Episode 3 is Mother. Mother reminds me of Bates Motel. Episode 4 is Central City Strong. And Season 7, Episode 5 is Fear Me. But anyway, everyone, I would love to know your thoughts on all the news today. It's just been a little bit of a DC TV update video, but the main attraction is obviously Diggle returning to multiple episodes of the Arrowverse shows. But, you know, I do find it just interesting how the wording that was specifically used for Legends of Tomorrow was a mystery role, yet at the same time, if all of these episodes are set after when Diggle found the Green Lantern ring at the end of Arrow Season 8, why isn't this mystery role in the other shows where where I assume that would mean Green Lantern. Unless in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, it really is something way outside of the Green Lantern role, like who knows. But you have to think that because he found the ring in Arrow Season 8 finale, he would be and would have taken up the mantle in any episode after that, which is just the interesting thing. And I think if he doesn't take it up, like for some reason or another, let's just say in one of these 4 or 5 episodes that he's getting, and it's obviously set after when he found the ring, yet he's not Green Lantern, it would just be some BS kind of reason that would just wind me up, because it's like he should be the character, and I'm hoping he will be. Come on, CW, you can do it. Can you? I hope you can. Do it. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate that like. I know you probably get asked to do this 50,000 times a day on the 50,000 videos you watch, but seriously, it really does help out the video so much more than what you realize. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with those notifications on so you never miss out on the future video. I'd recommend following me on Twitter if you guys have Twitter. I'm most active there. I do have an Instagram, but Twitter is my main place, I guess. And also, I have a Patreon and other places you can support me. And hey, say hello to me on my Discord server. It's always great seeing more of you there. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you freaking lanterns in the next video. Goodbye.